As we speak, the U.S. women's national soccer team is leading a fight for equal pay for equal work. But according to a survey, nearly 1 in 3 women feel that there is a gender gap when it comes to workplace opportunity. So what is it going to take to see an improvement? Here to discuss how women and men view equality in the workplace when it comes to compensation is Vice Provost of Academic Colleges at the University of Phoenix, Doris Sevron. Welcome back to the show, Doris.
Thank you for having me.
This is it's a super important topic, and you and I spoke about it about this time last year. Do you feel that there has been any progress made in the last 12 months in terms of women being paid equally to their male counterparts?
So we did not see changes in the responses. So the good news is we did not see a decline, but we have not seen an improvement yet either. But, you know, we've got time. We can continue to work on this.
All right, let's go ahead and start working on it right now, shall we? Let's start
Yes.
by talking about the difference between men and women and how they view gender equality in the workplace.
Sure, there's 2 particular questions we identified a gap, and that was a question around equal opportunity to show worth in the workplace. Men responded at a higher rate at 85% positive versus 73% for women. The pay question we asked around equal opportunity for pay actually had a bigger gap. Men responded at 79% positive, and women responded only at 65%. And that's the number we did not see a change on from the last survey that we did. So we still have to do work here to continue to close that gap.
It sounds like we not only have to ask men to be more interested in the topic, but we also have to become advocates for ourselves as women. And that leads to my next question. And how can women in the workplace advocate for themselves for career advancement and equal pay at that?
Yeah, I mean, we need to be empowered to speak up and share our successes. It's not something we naturally do, so it's important for us to highlight our achievements and successes. We've got large teams, and managers can't always identify the things that are happening and are completed and wins that should be celebrated, so it's important for us to share that with them. The second piece is speaking up when problems and issues arise, not just speaking up about the issue, but sharing solutions or ideas to solve those particular issues. And then the third one is just open communication. Again, I think we talked about this last year with the manager about where do you want to go with your career, and then are there gaps, and how do we close those gaps? Sometimes it might mean going back to school, taking classes, reading up on current trends to upskill and continue to adapt as the workforce changes.
You know, I think, Doris, with any minority, and I'll call women the minority in this conversation, sometimes it's hard to get the majority to even care about the issue. In other words, what's in it for men when it comes to women being treated equally and paid equally in the workplace?
So there is data out there that companies that have more equal distribution in leadership roles, both male and female, perform better. So there's that vested interest. But there's also just, I mean, men who have daughters. You want to make sure your daughters are set up for success. And so you want to make sure that you're working together collectively, because the best talent really should be hired for that next opening. And if you're not doing something that creates an even playing field, you could lose an opportunity to promote somebody who's more ready or more capable of doing the job.
You know, and I love the point you made about fathers, because I had a dad who raised me. He taught me to throw a baseball. He said, I'm going to teach you how to not throw like a girl. For all intents and purposes, my dad treated me like a son in sports, in career advancement, in life advice, and I benefited from it tremendously. So yeah, calling all fathers to get on board and advocate for their daughters. Thank you so much, Doris. Great conversation this morning.
Thank you.
For more info on how you can improve workplace equality, head over to phoenix.edu. University of Phoenix is a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.